The legend of the Chupacabra, which translates to goat sucker in Spanish, is a creature originating from Latin American folklore. It is often described as a blood-sucking animal that preys on livestock, particularly goats. The creature is said to have gray, scaly skin, glowing red eyes, large fangs with its canine-like teeth, and large claws on its hands and feet. Skeptics say it is a coyote with mange. In the southwestern United States, it is depicted as more dog-like. Initial sightings and accompanying descriptions first occurred in Puerto Rico in 1995. The creature has since been reported as far north as Maine, as far south as Chile, and even outside the Americas in countries like Russia and the Philippines. All of the reports are anecdotal and have been disregarded as uncorroborated or lacking evidence. Sightings in northern Mexico and the southern United States have been verified as canids afflicted by mange. In 1975, a series of livestock killings in the small town of Moca, Puerto Rico, were attributed to El Vampiro de Moca. Initially, it was suspected that the killings were committed by a satanic cult. Later, more killings were reported around the island, and many farms reported loss of animal life. Each of the animals was reported to have had its body bled dry through a series of small, circular incisions. The first reported attack, eventually attributed to the actual chupacabras, occurred in March 1995. 8 sheep were discovered dead in Puerto Rico, each with 3 puncture wounds in the chest area, and reportedly completely drained of blood. A few months later, in August, an eyewitness named Madeline Tolentino reported seeing the creature in the Puerto Rican town of Canovanas, where as many as 150 farm animals and pets were reportedly killed. Puerto Rican comedian and entrepreneur Silverio Perez is credited with coining the term chupacabras soon after the first incidents were reported in the press. Shortly after the first reported incidents in Puerto Rico, other animal deaths were reported in other countries such as Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Peru, and the United States. In 2019, a video recorded by Mundo OVNI showed the results of a supposed attack on chickens in the Ceburuquillo sector of Lares, Puerto Rico. In the early 2000s, reports trailing north from the Yucatan Peninsula, northern Mexico, and then into the United States, becoming the predominant description since. Unlike conventional predators, the chupacabra is said to drain all of the animal's blood, usually through 3 holes in the shape of a downwards pointing triangle, but sometimes through only 1 or 2 holes. The plausibility of the chupacabra's existence is also discredited by the varying descriptions of the creature. Depending on the reported sighting, the creature is described with thick skin or fur, wings or no wings, a long tail or no tail, is bat-like, dog-like, or even alien-like. Evidently, the chupacabra has a wide variety of descriptions, to the point where it is hard to believe that all the sightings are of the same creature. A very likely explanation for this phenomenon is that individuals who had heard of the newly popular chupacabra had the creature's name fresh in their mind before they happened to see a strange-looking animal. They then resort to make sense of their encounter by labeling it as the recently discovered monster, instead of a more realistic explanation. For example, some scientists hypothesize that what many believe to be a chupacabra is a wild or domestic dog affected by mange, a disease causing a thick buildup of skin and hair loss.